So what are the kind of mean reversion strategy we can use? There are several, but the basic one that everybody should know is based on Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands is essentially using moving average to determine the mean, right? If you have a mean reversion strategy, you need to know what the mean is. So the mean in this case of the Bollinger Band strategy is given by moving average. But also in the mean reversion strategy, you need to know when is the entry level. The entry level in the Bollinger Band is determined by this volatility of return of the price series, or in other words, you can measure it by the multiples of standard deviation, or basically one standard deviation. If the multiple is 1, then you are entering if the price is away from the moving average by 1 standard deviation. What is this standard deviation? How is it measured? This standard deviation is also measured by moving window. So typically the Bollinger Band has one single moving window that can compute both the mean and the standard deviation, and they are used to determine both the mean of the mean reversion strategy as well as the entry level. And after you enter into position, if the price mean revert to the mean, you will exit. Now this mean is changing because the mean is a moving average, so it's changing all the time. When it exits, there's no guarantee that it's profitable. It could still be unprofitable. This is a subtle point that we'll discuss in the course. But nevertheless, you will exit whenever the price converge to the moving average of the price. How does that work for AUD/CAD? Wonderfully. Now, given that this is old backtest, you can try it now. And also there's another caveat, this is without transaction cost. Transaction cost is usually what kills a mean reversion strategy. On paper, it might look very good, but once you add in the appropriate transaction cost, which not only include the commission, but also the bid-ask spread sometimes, you will find significantly less well results. So do not be overly excited by this graph. Okay, and similarly, even for the euro versus Swiss franc, it is also very nice equity curve. Okay, again, given without transaction cost.